Chapter 1: The Power of Financial Freedom. Before we embark on the exhilarating journey towards financial freedom, let's lay a solid foundation. This involves understanding the current state of your finances, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Many people avoid this crucial first step, burying their heads in the sand and hoping their financial problems will disappear. Unfortunately, that's rarely the case. Ignoring your financial reality only allows your problems to fester and grow, potentially leading to overwhelming stress and despair. Think of it like this: you wouldn't attempt to build a house without first surveying the land, assessing the soil, and understanding the potential challenges. Similarly, you can't build a solid financial future without a clear understanding of your current financial landscape. This requires brutal honesty and a willingness to confront uncomfortable and at times ugly truths. One of the most common pitfalls is the insidious habit of ignoring debt. It's easy to put off dealing with credit card bills, student loans, or other forms of debt, especially when the amount seems overwhelming. However, procrastination only exacerbates the problem. Interest charges accumulate, and the total amount you owe grows larger, making it increasingly difficult to escape the debt cycle. I've seen countless individuals trapped in this vicious cycle, their dreams deferred, some shattered, and their hopes destroyed by the weight of their financial obligations. Let's consider a real-world example. A friend of mine, Sarah, found herself deeply in debt after several years of unchecked spending. She had multiple credit cards maxed out, a significant student loan balance, and a car loan payment that consistently strained her budget. She avoided looking at her bank statements for months, hoping the debt would somehow magically vanish. However, ignoring the problem only worsened her anxiety and ultimately made it harder to take action. The longer she waited, the more daunting the task of repayment became. Only when she finally mustered the courage to face her financial reality did she start her path toward recovery. Overspending is another major obstacle that prevents many from achieving financial independence. It's tempting to succumb to the allure of instant gratification, purchasing things we don't need with money we don't have. Spending like this has been made easy and popular by companies like Klarna and Afterpay. This impulsive spending often stems from underlying emotional issues, such as stress, boredom, or a feeling of inadequacy. Over time, these seemingly small purchases can quickly snowball into a significant financial burden, leaving individuals feeling trapped and hopeless. Consider the case of Mark, a young professional who earned a comfortable salary but struggled to save money. He justified his spending habits by telling himself that he deserved to enjoy his hard-earned money. He frequently dined out, bought expensive gadgets, and took lavish trips, often exceeding his monthly budget. While he enjoyed these momentary pleasures, they ultimately left him with a constant feeling of financial insecurity and prevented him from achieving his long-term financial goals. He lacked a defined budget and a clear understanding of his spending patterns. So often, people like Mark hit 45 and ask themselves, why? The lack of budgeting is a significant contributor to both debt and overspending. Without a budget, it's impossible to track your income and expenses, making it difficult to understand where your money is going and to identify areas for improvement. This lack of awareness leads to financial instability and increases the likelihood of falling into debt. A budget is not a restriction, it's a roadmap that guides you towards your financial objectives. It provides clarity and control over your finances, allowing you to make informed decisions about how you spend your hard-earned money. So, how do we overcome these common pitfalls and develop a realistic understanding of our financial reality? The first step involves creating a comprehensive financial picture. This involves gathering all relevant financial documents, including bank statements, credit card bills, loan statements, and investment account statements. Take the time to meticulously review these documents, noting your income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. This may feel overwhelming at first, but it's essential to gain a comprehensive understanding of your current financial situation. Many find budgeting apps extremely helpful for this initial data gathering and ongoing tracking. In my opinion, the best budgeting app available is the EveryDollar app by Ramsey Solutions. Amber and I have used it for years. We still use it now. Once you have a clear picture of your financial situation, it's time to create a realistic budget. This is a crucial step in achieving financial freedom. Your budget should accurately reflect your income and expenses, identifying areas where you can cut back and reallocate funds. There are various budgeting methods to explore, including the 50/30/20 rule and zero-based budgeting. Find a method that suits your lifestyle and preferences and commit to tracking your expenses diligently. Although you need to find the best option for you, I strongly urge you to stick with a zero-based budget every dollar if your goal is to get out of debt and make every dollar work for you. Setting attainable financial goals is another essential aspect of understanding your financial reality. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, smart. Instead of setting vague goals like saving more money, aim for particular objectives, such as saving $500 per month for 6 months to build an emergency fund or paying off a $10,000 credit card debt within 2 years. Having clear goals provides a sense of direction and motivation, making the journey towards financial freedom more manageable and rewarding. These goals should not just be budgeted, they also need to be written down where you can see them daily. Developing financial literacy is the final, yet equally crucial, component. This involves educating yourself about various personal finance topics, including budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. There are many resources available, including books, websites, online courses, and financial advisors. Having a financial coach makes sense and is a good fit. The more knowledgeable you are about financial matters, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions and achieve your financial goals, as well as obtain prosperity through values. Understanding your financial reality is not a one-time event but an ongoing process. Regularly review your budget, track your expenses, and assess your progress towards your goals. A new budget, along with a budget committee meeting, should be completed every month. Be prepared to adjust your strategies as needed, adapting to changing circumstances and life events. Remember, financial freedom is not a destination but a continuous journey. By embracing honesty, discipline, and a commitment to continuous learning, you can pave your way towards a secure and fulfilling financial future. The initial steps may seem daunting, but trust me, the rewards are immeasurable. The sense of control, the reduction of stress, and the increased sense of purpose will transform your life far beyond the numbers on a bank statement. Take that first step today and start building the financial future you deserve, gaining prosperity through values. Now that we've established the importance of understanding your current financial situation, let's delve into a crucial aspect of achieving financial freedom: mindful spending with intention. This isn't about deprivation or sacrificing every joy in life, it's about reclaiming control of your money and making conscious choices about how you spend it. It's about shifting from reactive spending, driven by emotions and impulses, to proactive spending, guided by your financial goals and values. Bring in the every dollar budget. The foundation of mindful spending lies in understanding the difference between needs and wants. A need is something essential for survival or well-being, such as food, shelter, clothing, and healthcare. A want, on the other hand, is something desirable but not essential. This distinction is crucial because it allows us to prioritize our spending and eliminate unnecessary expenses. However, the line between needs and wants can be blurry, especially in our consumer-driven society, which thrives on emotionally driven advertising. Consider clothing, for example. A need is having enough clothes to protect yourself from the elements and be appropriately dressed for various situations. A want, however, might be buying the latest designer brand or accumulating more clothes than you need, simply because they're trendy or on sale. Similarly, dining out can be a necessity if you lack the time or resources to cook meals regularly. However, frequent, expensive meals at restaurants might quickly become wants, draining your budget without adding substantial value to your life. This distinction requires honest self-reflection. Ask yourself, do I truly need this, or am I simply succumbing to a desire? I ask this question before nearly every purchase I make beyond obvious necessities. One effective way to identify areas for reducing unnecessary expenses is to track your spending meticulously for a month. Many find budgeting apps helpful for this. These apps automate the process of categorizing your spending and provide a visual representation of where your money is going. Again, I recommend the Every Dollar app by Ramsey Solutions. This awareness is the first step towards mindful spending. You might be surprised at how much you spend on seemingly small things like coffee, snacks, or subscriptions that, when added up, represent a significant portion of your monthly expenses. This is one area that surprises nearly every client I coach. Once you have a clear picture of your spending patterns, identify areas where you can reduce your expenses. This may involve making small changes, such as brewing your own coffee instead of buying it daily, packing your lunch instead of eating out, or canceling unused subscriptions. These minor adjustments can make a significant difference over time. For instance, saving $5 a day on coffee translates to $150 a month and $1,800 a year, a considerable amount that can contribute towards your savings or debt repayment goals. Delayed gratification is another cornerstone of mindful spending. It is about resisting the urge to buy something immediately and taking the time to consider whether it is truly necessary and aligns with your long-term financial goals. It's about prioritizing future rewards over immediate pleasures. Imagine wanting a new television. Instead of making an impulse purchase, consider waiting a few weeks or even months. This delay will allow you time to assess whether the purchase is essential and if there are better alternatives available. In many cases, the desire will fade, allowing you to avoid an unnecessary expense. Furthermore, mindful spending is not just about cutting back on expenses, it's about aligning your spending with your values and financial goals. What truly matters to you? Is it traveling, investing in your education, or supporting a cause you believe in? By consciously allocating your funds towards your priorities, you'll derive greater satisfaction from your spending habits. The focus shifts from superficial purchases to experiences and investments that enrich your life and contribute to your long-term well-being. The psychology behind spending often involves emotional responses. Stress, boredom, sadness, or even excitement can trigger impulsive purchases, which often lead to buyer's remorse. Recognizing these emotional triggers is crucial for mindful spending. When feeling overwhelmed, consider engaging in alternative activities, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones, rather than resorting to retail therapy. By addressing the underlying emotional needs, you can break the cycle of emotional spending. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine you've had a stressful day at work. The natural inclination might be to reward yourself with a shopping spree. However, taking a moment to pause and reflect on your emotions can prevent this impulsive behavior. Instead, try engaging in a relaxing activity, such as reading a book, taking a walk, or listening to music. This conscious choice can help prevent unnecessary expenses and better manage your stress levels. Furthermore, it's essential to identify your spending patterns. Are you a habitual buyer of certain items, regardless of need? Do you tend to overspend during particular times of the year, such as the holiday season? Understanding your spending triggers allows you to develop strategies for mitigating them. Setting a budget, using cash instead of credit cards, and employing the waiting period technique for major purchases are just some strategies that can help you control your spending. I strongly urge you to cut up all of your credit cards and never assume debt unnecessarily again. Beyond personal discipline, external factors also play a significant role in spending habits. Peer pressure, societal norms, and marketing tactics heavily influence purchasing decisions. Being mindful of these external pressures can significantly impact your spending. Avoid comparing your lifestyle with others, focus on your personal financial goals, and define your path to financial independence and prosperity through values. Remember that your financial freedom is not defined by material possessions, but rather by the freedom and security they provide. Developing mindful spending isn't an overnight transformation, but a continuous learning process. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to adapt your spending habits. Track your expenses regularly, identify your triggers, and consistently evaluate your spending choices. As you become more mindful of your spending, you'll find that you gain a greater sense of control over your finances and that your financial goals become more achievable. This sense of control and progress is deeply rewarding and contributes significantly to your overall well-being. The day you become debt-free is a day you will never forget. The journey to financial freedom isn't just about money, it's about reclaiming your life and creating a future you can be proud of, free from the burden of unnecessary debt and impulsive spending. Remember, every dollar saved is a dollar closer to achieving your financial dreams. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate your progress as you go. You've got this. Thank you for listening to The Art of Financial Freedom. Get your copy today at www.books.by/KC Strong.